Hello and welcome to the announcement, the exciting announcement regarding the announcement. Can you all hear me? I hope. I'm Lack Attack, and I am joined by hopefully Apollo and Looking for Giants. Hello.
What's going on? How are
Hello.
things? Hello, everyone. Yeah, we got the announcement, the big announcement of possible an announcement, everyone's favorite thing. But yeah, with official name change, I mean, this is what's been on the screen for a while, so I guess why not make it real in Twitch?
We all ditched our numbers. The numbers are a thing for the past. Even Looking for Giants, I think, had a 4.
Yeah. It's so 2024.
Yeah. Ugh. So anyway, we have been hard at work on making Big 20 number 20. And we were in a call today and we just had the idea like, let's just go live and give a little teaser of what people are going to expect or what people should expect when we do the reveal in a couple weeks. So we hope you're all having a great Sunday. And yeah, just I don't know. We honestly did join and kind of we have a semi we have kind of a plan.
There's the concepts of a plan. We have the concepts of a plan.
Yeah, we do.
And yeah,
Pre-announcement.
no, yeah, this one. So the first Big 20 was what? It was February 28th, 2015. This was even, before my time. I was still just, I was still a baby, dude. I wasn't necessarily part of this. But like over these races, there's been a lot of big races, big racers, a lot of awesome games that have been learned, played. And I think as Lack kind of mentioned, this is, this Big 20 number 20. It's kind of we see this as like a celebratory Big 20. The race is literally the 10th anniversary, give or take a day, but it's the 10th anniversary. No one look any deeper. It's literally basically the same day minus leap year. So yeah, I think if we're ready, we can give the first little hint that we can talk about what this list may look like.
Go for it.
Yeah. So what we're looking to do, you know what? Before I even say that, what I'm gonna say is, I think most of you, if not all of you, you might already know what the list could be. And the reason I say that is because we are looking to pick one game from each Big 20, Big 21 through 19. And then, math, we're going to do some tough math here. That's 19. That's 19 games. So,
Yeah, so
we're
what do we
missing
do?
one. Yeah, we're missing one. So I think what we have to do is there's going to be an extra game number 20. And when I say game number 20, I don't mean the last game in order. Order has not been decided yet. But game number 20 will be a game that's has not been in a Big 20 to this point. And so yeah, I think this opens up some possibilities. I think, go to thebig20nest.com. Everyone, look at the list, take a look, and let's just this is a puzzle. This is a puzzle because I think one thing we're trying to do is we've seen, I think, some positive reaction recently to, we put a conscious effort into trying to represent different genres and not just 20 platformers. And so we're trying to do that, I think, again. And we'll see how it goes. But then, there's a lot of mix and matching going on. So, everyone, I think like everyone can just kind of you can make your own list. Maybe you can make your list today and just start practicing, because clearly that's the right answer.
Absolutely. There's only
Yeah.
290 games to practice. I mean, let's go.
Yeah. So great question in the chat. Will the goals be the same as those previous Big 20s or just the game? So we are going to make new goals. They could be the same, but they're not necessarily the same. But yeah, I think we can jump in. So really all we're going to do is tell you that. We're also going to go through each of the big 20s together and kind of go through and just talk about what we see in each one, and maybe just start throwing out some games that you would want to be picked. And I do realize that there are some games that have been in multiple times, you know, like the Marios and Zeldas and Contra and all those. They've a lot of games have been in up to 5 times. So those games have a higher chance of being in because they've been in multiple times, because they're taking up multiple slots. So so as you look at Big 20, no work has been done yet. That's right. Yeah, we're basically just feeding chat into Chat GPT, and it's going to give us the list, right? So I did not participate in number 1. Did you, Apollo?
I did not. My first Big 20 was number 6.
Number
So
6.
this was
Okay.
I don't even think I watched. I don't know even know if I knew this existed until a couple Big 20s in. So
Yeah. I did not do number 1. But I think I did watch it. I do remember it taking place. But yeah, there's some interesting games on this list that have only been in one time. You know, I'm looking at like Bubble Bobble as one. I don't think Wizards and Warriors was in multiple times, and Kabuki Quantum Fighter I think was only in once. But those are, and then there's a lot of like really, man, when you get the pick from every NES game to make a list, it's so easy. It's like,
or
let's just
so
put in,
difficult.
yeah. Yeah. I guess it's different, the way or how you look at it's different. So put a little background music here. So yeah, number 1. So which one would you pick on that list? Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Let's move on to number 2. So here's number 2. This was the first one that I did. I got like 9th or something in this race. I don't remember. Mostly because Zelda 1 was in it, but it was a big advantage. But yeah, this is number 2. Has some really cool games that have also, like, let me just say the ones that have only been in once here, without blowing our cover. And I'm like really nervous to click anything on my screen. So the only games that have been in multiple times from this list, well, I guess there's a few, but Jaws, Ninja Turtles, Renegade, Strider, Joe and Mac, Bucky, Castlevania, and Zelda have all been in multiple times. The rest of the games have only been in once.
There's some, I mean, just looking at this, you know, something like Fire and Ice is such a cool little puzzle / platformer game. You got your Disney games in there. Actually, interesting to see that they're just back to back Disney right there. And then like, I mean,
Yeah.
Bucky was just in our most recent list, so obviously we as like a staff pick. So everyone, Bucky's just like a game.
That
so.
is, I don't know if you saw this, but that is 5 Capcom games in a row in that third row. Strider.
Holy cow.
Strider, Trojan, DuckTales 2, Mickey Mousecapade, and Gunsmoke.
Capcom 20. Renegade is not awful. Mods ban that guy.
Yeah.
I like Renegade. It's bad.
Yeah, Renegade, run and punch. Run and punch the game. I mean, all those beat 'em ups kind of amount to that eventually. So yeah, oh yeah, Strider. The return of Strider speedruns. I don't know if you've been following that. All right, number 3. So yeah, this was the like original crews. This was like Bad Breaks and Dexter, and who else worked on them? Like Fiesel, or I don't remember who worked on the early ones, but those 2 guys definitely were involved in doing this. So shout outs to them for making fun lists to kind of get this thing going. Oh yeah, the great games here. They always love to put in like a game that was just not good, and they definitely did that with like Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends, in my opinion. I played this one. That game was rough.
It is rough. I do I do have a time in it, but it is rough.
I have a time from I think the Big 20 race, and that is it. So yeah, we definitely got the black box games in here. Kid Icarus, one of my favorites. I know everybody doesn't like Kid Icarus. Also, Little Nemo. I'm partial to Little Nemo, but that's just because I just ran it. But it is a super fun game. Shadowgate, the point and click adventure. We just had Deja Vu, last one, and Uninvited's also been in. So, and Maniac Mansion, they've all been in Big 20s before. So all possibilities there. Rad Racer, Metroid in again after I was in it in 2 in a row or 2 out of 3 already. I think it was in number 1 and number 3. Yeah, this was a hard list.
Actually, yeah, it's spooky.
Yeah, a lot of these were beat the game too. Like, I think Gaiden and Batman, and I don't remember if Darkwing Duck was beat the game or not, but there's a lot of tough games there. Actually, I don't think it was Solomon's Key. I think that box art is wrong because I've never played that. It was Solstice, so that was beat the game. So Solomon's Key is not correct. It was Solstice. Sorry, we threw this together in about 30 minutes and did it. So, all right, moving on to number 4, Tetris 2. Also, I don't know what we really struggled with getting the box arts, but we had to get 280 box arts.
That's all wants to get in. I know.
Tetris 2 is actually the Karate Kid. So just remember Karate Kid there. Yeah, North and South Die Hard, great game. Solomon's Key is actually in this one.
This is the real Solomon's Key.
Yeah. Gremlins 2. I think I actually started to learn this Big 20, and I just gave up. I was like, I'm not a gamer enough to play in this. Snake Rattle and Roll.
I'm just looking at this list makes me feel like we got to number 4, and then Bad Breaks and Dexter were like, let's put our games in. We got some Tom Sawyer, we got some Cryon, Snake Rattle and Roll, Zelda 2. That's funny.
That was funny. Yeah, that's kind of what happens anyway after a while.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at a certain point, when you're doing this long enough, every game is your game.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard for me to avoid games I've played now. Number 5. Is that one in the top right? It's a badminton game.
Yeah, Super Dynamix Badminton. That's top level esports multiplayer right there. So there's some gamers out there that are good at badminton. So
this one, I think this one, I mean, it can be a slightly transparent. I think this one might be one of the hardest ones to pick a game from because there's a lot of one-time games that were in here in this list specifically. That, you know, you can only, with our format, you can only pick one of them. So, like, which one is it, you know? You got Super Pitfall there, Apollo. How do you feel about that game?
I mean, we're only a few months away from Super Pit Fall 2026. I don't know why it's 2026 and not 2025.
Yeah, it's just
I just looked at my calendar and my computer and went, next year.
Several months away.
It's this year. And I think this was this the third of 5 with Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid, just every other. It's just the odd Big 20s have Metroid in it. Actually, I think all of the ones that Metroid were in were odd because it was unless it was in 10. I can't remember if it was in 10.
I mean, we're going to get there. We'll
get there eventually, yeah. Mylon beat the game. Battletoads beat the game. Everything is on the table. Don't think that, oh man, that game's too hard, that game's too long. Nope. They could all be in. Number 6. Thank you for moving number 6 back, Giants. I couldn't find it. Number 6 was the Famicom one.
Whew, this is the list. This is the list.
Yeah, the Japanese, the nod to Japanese. Week at Garfield.
Yeah, I do remember I remember in this race because this was like, so Big 20 number 6 was the first speed running thing I did. And I do remember Week at Garfield was full game and like so many people had issues with it. The goal got bumped back a little bit like during the practice time, which that hasn't happened too often. I think, it's happened. We've had to do that too at some point, but Garfield's rough. But then you have the other cat game, Samurai Pizza Cats, which is awesome. And like Hebereke is kind of a cat game.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to add something here to the layout, so...
Yeah, and actually, even looking at this, so like King Kong, I speedrun King Kong a lot. Yume was like kind of my first game I grinded out a bit. So there's some fun stuff in here, and I think this is another example of I think a lot of these hasn't made it in for a second go. Yeah, I did see you playing some Lost Levels.
People love Lost Levels. Alright. Here, you know what? I'll put this up here.
Ooh.
Okay. So people were asking, so make sure. There we go. Live layouts. Yeah, I've only played Lost Levels and Gimmick from here, I think. I don't recognize any of the box art other than those two. I guess Garfield. I haven't played Garfield either. But
Moon Crystal.
yeah, a lot of good games here.
Toro.
I hear people talk about them, so. All right, number 7. Oh, man, I see Mock Rider. That game is so hard. I spent a long time playing it. But definitely have some ones we've seen in People's Choice Big 20s too. Like Mega Man, Castlevania 3, Blaster Master. Star Tropics was in one. We just had Ghoul School. Turtles. A lot of familiar games here. Ikari Warriors.
Yeah, that bottom row there, that silliest Blaster Master,
Yeah, it's rough.
Dracula's Curse, Mega Man. Ooh, that's a tough ending.
That is a tough ending. Okay, number 8. Finally, I'm glad there's math involved now.
We needed it. We
did.
needed the math.
Yeah, you got math, chess, and hockey, and then Pac-Man. Great opening. I love it, though.
You got those California raisins there in the middle.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Palamedes. I played Palamedes within the last year, and I actually really like that game. It's tough to finish, though. Tough to finish like the speedrun tournament of it.
A few games in here too that are good good co-op stuff. Snow Brothers, Snow Bros, Monster in My Pocket. I think Shadow the Ninja. Good stuff.
Yeah, not a lot of like favorites from my childhood. Ice Hockey and Paperboy are probably the
kinda
only
classic.
games that I played as a kid out of these. Like I played Pac-Man, of course, but had never really played many of the other ones. Oh man, the infamous number 9, the blind game, the Battle Kid, which got its redemption, but Yeah, Slalom City Connection. I love City Connection.
I see that,
Simpsons.
that Lolo.
Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer beat the game. Everyone would have to get like wrist brace for mashing. Yeah, Gaiden 3 here, Mega Man 6.
Codename Viper. In between you have Felix the Cat, great game. Mega Man 6, great game. Codename Viper in between. That's a rough one. I know. I think like Mother Brain is a really good codename Viper, but that's a rough one.
Yeah, Silver Surfer, I think had it just been hold A to fire, but mash A to fire faster, would have been such an improvement. I think that game would have been probably one of the best shmups, I think, had they done that. But I don't know, one guy's opinion. Also, Burger Time, good arcade game, fun game.
Yeah, and that Slalom Black Box.
That's sick, yeah. Honestly, the Slalom box art looks to be kind of like aftermarket, because
Yeah.
I don't know how it's like popping out of the picture there. I do have an emote for such an occasion.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, number 10, and this was the first, well, I won't say the first one that had repeats, but I think it kind of did a similar thing where it's like, here's a bunch of great games that we've already done. We're going to do them again. I don't think there's any new games in this one. Or maybe Chippendale, well, no, it was Chippendale 1 or 2. It was just Chippendale 1, so forget the box art. But all the games had been in before. Metroid was not in this list. Okay, so I was unsure of that.
So yeah, then what? Metroid is officially all odd number races.
All odd number races. Thus far. That could change. Might not, though. All right, on to some newer games. Got Wrecking Crew. I have to cheat and see. Oh, Ninja Kun. Never played that game. Solar Jetman, though, that game was very ambitious. It was fun to find. I did beat it. I beat it multiple times. This is it's a The Mother Brain game. So,
Yep.
great game. I thought I found tech in that game. And maybe I did, but I think it might not be useful. But yeah, a lot of games that I had not played personally. I know Flipple has gotten some steam recently. So yeah, which game from this list would you want? Full game Gargoyles Quest? Total
Multiple
Recall.
Total Recalls. Two from a different list.
There you go. Tigor's got it. Everyone gave different games. It's great.
See, the answer is easy.
Thank
It's
you for
easy.
being
It's
helpful.
simple.
All right, number 12. It's funny, like when you look at the older Big 20s, it's like a lot of short goals early and then a lot of long goals late. I feel like we've kind of changed that up a little bit. It's kind of been we haven't been afraid to like put longer goals in the first half.
I mean, look at this. I think it was like win one match of volleyball. Skate or Die is what, like 2 minutes. Letterland, that's what, 3.5. Yeah, super short. And then it was just packed on at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wampum's a good game.
Yeah, Wampum was a pretty impressive game. I played it for the first time like a year ago.
Ooh. Smart Alec will do any of these except Iron Sword. Taking notes.
Yeah.
Taking notes?
Okay. Definitely double check that one. Nah, the ending of Iron Sword was terrible. Metal Gear beat the game in this one, so this was like one of the longer finales in Big 20 history. Yeah, a lot of full games in this list. Oh yeah, did we mention that? I think 10 wasn't 10 like all beat the game.
Oh yeah, did we not say that?
We
Yeah.
didn't say that, but that was definitely the case. It was all 20 were beat the game. Even Kid Icarus, which is, that's 20 plus minutes for the world record. So a lot of beef there. Where were we at? 12, 13. Going to 13. 13 was the first People's Choice that I think had voting, right? I think that was a kind of a new concept. This was the last Big 20, right?
Yep.
This was it.
Yep.
What a list. This is probably like when I posted in Discord, I'm like, hey, do y'all like all the super popular games or a mix, or we're really kind of fishing for information, but this was definitely like, if you pick the 20 top NES games, this list would, obviously not hit all of them for everyone, but pretty good list overall for just playing the uber popular games.
Yeah, I know this poor Chip and Dale 2 got such a bad reputation from this list. Because it's a fun game, but there's a little bit of RNG, which RNG is, if I'm a viewer, RNG is fun. If I'm a racer, sometimes RNG is fun too. Part of the race, but I think from this point on, people were like, ew, Chip and Dale 2, but it's a pretty sick game.
Yeah, I was in this race and lost like a minute to that stupid boss at the end, but I'm not bitter or remembering it from 4 years ago. But yeah, RNG is not a bad thing, even in races. It makes it exciting. So sometimes you get a flip of the finish order. Uh, 15 and 17 are going to be very similar to these. All right, number 14. I think we got our first board game, video game in the game, or in the Big 20 Pictionary. Also, our first darts game.
It's funny looking at this list compared to 13. They're just so different because these are all just like, were these all new game? I think these were all.
I think these were all new games. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the trend was after this. It's like, let's continue using new games. I wasn't a part of staff at this point, but pretty there's a lot of new games in here, like Gauntlet. Like, that game is really tough, especially late. Yeah, Final Fantasy was vanilla. It was just.
Oh yeah. Look at the Super Smash TV box art.
I don't even know it.
Ew. Ew. Get that off the screen.
All right, get that out. Quality control. Sega. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Rockin' Cats. I think the case was in Big 20 number 13. Rockin' Cats was like number 21 or something for votes, or it's something like that. And so it was like, well, this is like this deserves the spotlight. So
yeah, Guardian Legends, super cool game. You haven't played that one. That's a fun game. It's a little longer for an NES title. I always thought these were eyes looking at you in the box.
wait,
but
is it not?
But it's like a ship.
What?
Is it eyes? I don't know. I
mean, it looks like
I can't
eyes.
unsee it now.
It's like the wing. Is it a bat? It looks like the wings of a bat, but the eyes are the wings of the bat.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you see? What do y'all see?
Is this like
this is a
a
test.
Rorschach? It's a Rorschach.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a top-down game. You have a character that like powers up and you move around. Then you go into these like shoot 'em up levels also, that's just an interesting kind of dynamic. It's almost like Zexus a little bit, but Zexus is more like a platformer, and Guardian Legend is kind of top-down. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with these other games though. NES Open though. Best golf.
Yep.
All right, number 15. Hey, we've seen this list before, basically. So yeah, with this list, we did voting, but we voted to remove games and put in new, like, we voted in new games and also voted to remove games. So yeah, there were like 6 different games in here. Crystalis, Darkwing Duck, Star Tropics, Battletoads, and Blaster Master, I think were the different ones. There might have been one more too. Actually, might have been Chippendale. Well, no. I mean, I could look, but that would defeat the purpose of guessing. Maybe Kid Icarus was new. I don't know.
Probably Kid Icarus. Maybe not though.
Or Little Samson. I don't know. One of them was new. You can go look. I don't care. Whatever.
We only
5
talked
of them,
about
a
2
number of
minutes
them were
ago.
different, but a lot of the same stuff. So, number 16. This is where we diverged a lot from previous Big 20s.
2 fun houses.
Yeah, double the fun. I think that's supposed to
Double
be
the
G.I.
fun.
Joe.
Double the flavor, double the fun. Yeah, that is G.I. Joe.
Here, I can
Yeah, I think this is like it's interesting when you like go through these lists because like there's people that don't like 15 and like 16. There's people that like 15 and don't like 16, and it's just it depends. It's just make the whole screen G.I. Joe.
Ah! There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. There we go. Okay. Okay, look at that. Beautiful box. Looks like Cards Against Humanity or something. Yeah, this one, we played a ton of different style of games in this Big 20 as well. You just think, like, out of the first 10, they're just all completely different games.
Yep.
Like, completely different style. You even continue into like Battle Tank, Chicken of the Farm, or Kiss His Ring, Lawnmower Super. There really aren't any games that are very similar except maybe like G.I. Joe, and I mean just the platformers are somewhat similar. I like this list. I thought this was a fun one.
This one did noticing too. Like this one did have a lot of homebrews in it, which is cool. It's interesting when you like. When coming up with lists like this, people are just like exposed to different types of things. So like Lack doesn't know a ton of Famicom stuff, but then like me and like homebrew, like I have no idea most homebrews and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, and
pretty cool.
The 4 homebrews picked for this one were all really solid. Like
they were good. They were good games.
I had fun with all of them. Even Chicken of the Farm is a super fun game. It takes a little to get used to, but
yeah, shout out to Mitch and Link Sevens.
Yeah. Yep, there's Link right there. Yeah, our Kiss His Ring, that saw world records during the Big 20. I don't know if any of the other ones. Dragon Warrior was the randomizer too, so that was the first list that had a randomizer used. And it was so the seed, people got the seed ahead of time and then routed it out and stuff. You would love to see Trog again? There it is. That's it. It might be in, you never know. Number 17. This is when we pulled the the reins off and we're like, all right, people have come around. This was my, I think this was my idea, and I'll take the blame / credit for it wherever it falls. But I was like, oh, people are definitely into like the B tier, like newer games. They'll vote for other stuff. Nope. Same exact list. It was same list as 15 and 13. And we were like, no, why? Maybe we should change everything. But we ended up going with it. Also, Chippendale won, not 2, in that box art. So yeah, voting is bad. We're figuring this out. Just let us handle it. We know we know what to do. But yeah, this one had probably the coolest winner of all the big 20s.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder,
maybe coolest isn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's the coolest. Yeah, it was not definitely the coolest winner. But
no, I think this person lacked humility.
Yeah.
Big showboat.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's right.
Moving on. Yeah, moving on. It was me.
Who? Who Megalol?
Has he raced since? He has not. Number 18. This was also all new games except for one.
Tetris 2 is actually correct this time.
Yeah, Tetris 2. Tetris 2 is in. This was a fun list, and we picked all new games, and it was getting really tough to do. We kind of scraped the bottom of the barrel here to get all new games that kind of fit together. Even though there are some really good games, we feel like we had to be creative in what we did, like the goals that we picked. And Battle Kid was technically new because people got to practice it. So that's why we picked it. We were like, what if we did this? Which is how a lot of our conversations start. Mega Man 4, bottom of the barrel, yeah. Well, I think it was a meme that it was never in. And then we're like, we have to let it in, don't we?
I will say also one of the best endings to a Big 20. Very scary. Maybe biased on that opinion.
Look at Giants coming out of the woodwork to celebrate some Friday the 13th. Although, yeah, that it is one that like most Big 20s have like that 15-20 minute beat the game finale, and this one was just there was a lot of thinking about it, but it ended up being just the sprint, and like a bunch of people did have to reset at the end. So
yeah. Super good. That was fun. Basketball game got broken.
Yeah, I don't know.
This was the
you
short.
Guys are all the runners are too good now. You know, y'all do things that we don't expect sometimes. So
yeah, this was the one where we severely overestimated how long the race was going to be. Because they're like, oh, well, you can just do this basketball goal in 30 seconds, but then we had to back off of that. But everyone just did better than we thought. So keep impressing us. All right, and then the one we just did in the fall, Big 20 number 19, which had 22 different games in it.
True.
Thanks to Nintendo World
Big 22.
Championships. Yeah, the Big 2022. Yeah. And we did have, this was also voting, and it was genre based, and also like it weighted games that hadn't been in before. So there was some stuff
mechanics
here that
going
happened.
on.
Yeah. So yeah, which one from this list? Ooh. clearly Where's Waldo.
Clearly.
Yeah. So that brings we got number 20 here. Did someone add a tab at the end? There's a number 20. Should I click on it?
I don't know. I'm scared to click
Actually,
on it.
I don't remember. Did somebody put something on it?
I did not, so.
Let me put it in over here on my other monitor. Okay. Don't click it. We all take bribes. Take bribes. Yes, number 20. We don't know. We don't know yet. We have we have some games locked in that we know we want. And then there's other games that are dependent, and there's other games we're still testing.
We can, I think, here, ready? If you don't want me to say this, you guys can come to my place and pull the plug, but I have one hint. One hint. Do you guys
hints.
want the hint? Do you want a hint for a possible game in this list? For Big 20, number 20, one or more of the games have had a record, the record broken within the last 30 days.
From today. Yeah.
So, that narrows it down a little. There's some opportunities out there. So,
And that could include the new game too. Right? So
could include the new game.
Yeah. So it's not just the games that have been in, but it could also be a new game that we would put in. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's really it. I really just wanted to say that and just kind of give you all a little teaser. I don't know if we told you that much, but maybe just go practice all 255 different
90.
290 different Big 20 games. But maybe you have an idea of what could or could not be in the list. So maybe you have an idea. Wouldn't say we're gonna pick bad unknown games. Maybe I don't know. You know your staff, right? You know what we're gonna pick.
Just bad known games.
Yeah, just bad known games. That's right.
That's funny. But yeah, I'd be interested, and I think it's been a fun little exercise to try and go through each list and like put together something that looks fun, spans different genres, kind of fits together. So now that you know the rules of the list, go ahead. Maybe you can make your own list and then share it, and then we'll
copy
definitely
it.
not steal it.
Yeah. Yeah, the list reveal is January 25th, Saturday at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's a little bit less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From
2
now.
weeks from yesterday. We'll be doing the live reveal stream, and then there'll be 5 weeks until the race, which is on March 1st, Saturday, March 1st. I guess I could have put all this info. These are all Eastern time. So there you go. Yeah. That's it. I like, honestly, I want to give more hints, but I think we still want to like talk about it and kind of come up with something cool. So stay tuned. I don't know what we're going to do, but I think we're still going to It still might give you a little more information before the list is revealed. We'll see. Definitely make your own list. I'm interested to see and try to follow those rules, like one from each Big 20 and one brand new game that's never been in, and try to mix up your genres, your game types. So it's not all run and gun or platform or, you know, pick all 20 flight simulators on the NES. Don't do that either. I guess you can't because they're not in Big 20, but the new game is not guaranteed to be the last game. So order is not 1 through 20. It's not like, okay, the game from Big 20 number 1 is the first game. That is not what we're doing. They're all mixed up. Games could be homebrews. It could be unlicensed. It could be any game. Could be any game. But yeah, go ahead and join the Discord. I think do we have a Discord link here? Boom, Best of NES Discord. The link is probably dead.
It probably is.
It probably is. I don't know. Invite only. I've got 15 invites. It is dead or it is good. The curse of a streamer of saying something and forgetting it is dead. Okay, yeah.
Not dead Link.
Not dead Link. All right, here, I'll just copy this guy in. Oh, okay. Thanks, Giants on top of everything. Way to go. Join up, friends. Bird Week confirmed 17 days ago. That's right. Hey, you just filtered to what was 30 days ago. The 13th of December. Friday the 13th until now. Interesting. All right, any final thoughts, Giants or Apollo?
No, not for me. I think the 2 weeks are going to happen super quick. It's going to be reveal day before we know it. And then it's going to be gaming time. So that's about it.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Looking forward to seeing if, you know, how close folks get in terms of guessing. There's only 11,000 combinations as we found out, so.
Yeah, not bad at all. It seems low, honestly, but
it's actually 11,000 only for the first 19, I think.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We got nothing else? Just gonna...
Nothing here.
Nothing? Okay. We're gonna get back to work and maybe we'll come up with something fun, hopefully, for y'all to get excited about. But thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate the chat and good to see all the familiar Twitch names again in the chat. Let's keep the hype up in Discord, and we'll see you in 13 days for Big 20 number 20 reveal. Have a good one.